Welcome to the IELTS Listening Lab. Listen, practice, improve, and succeed.
You will hear a conversation between Sarah, a customer, and Thomas, a community center receptionist, discussing registration for a fitness program. You now have some time to look at questions 1 to 10.
Good morning. Welcome to the Riverdale Leisure Centre. How can I help you today?
Hello, I'd like to register for a membership, please. I saw the details online.
Excellent. I can help you fill out the registration form right now. To start, could I have your full name?
Yes, it's Sarah Westbrook.
And how do you spell your last name, please?
It's Westbrook.
Great. Thank you, Sarah. Now, which membership tier are you interested in? We have bronze, silver, and gold.
I'd like the gold membership, please, as it includes the spa access.
Perfect. And I need a contact phone number for you.
Sure. My mobile number is 07700900143. Wait, sorry, let me check that again. I recently changed my number. Yes, it's actually 07700900142. My old one ended in 3.
Got it. 07700900142. Thanks. And what is your main preferred activity here?
I mostly plan on swimming. I want to use the indoor pool.
Excellent choice. Our Olympic pool is fantastic. Now, about the start date. We have a slot opening on the 14th of May. Oh, hold on. Actually, the pool is closed for annual maintenance that week, so your official start date will be the 21st of May.
That's fine. The 21st of May works perfectly for me.
Perfect. Now, I'll generate a reference code for your application. It is 82915.
Let me write that down. 82915. Got it. How should I pay for the registration fee today?
We accept cash or card, but most members prefer to pay by credit card so we can set up the monthly direct debit.
Yes, I'll use my credit card today.
Great. Next, I need an emergency contact. Who should we call in an emergency?
My sister, Emily. She lives nearby.
Sister. Perfect. And do you require an annual parking permit for our members' car park?
Yes, please. I'll be driving here most days, so a parking permit is essential.
Excellent. Finally, we always ask how people heard about our fitness center. Was it through an advertisement?
No, I actually found your website while searching for local pools online.
Wonderful. Our website has just been redesigned. Okay, that's everything registered. Let me print out your membership card.
This is the end of part 1. You will hear a talk by Helen, the coordinator of the Green Valley Community Garden, welcoming new volunteers. You now have some time to look at questions 11 to 20. Good morning, everyone. My name is Helen, and I'm the coordinator here at the Green Valley Community Garden. It is wonderful to see so many new faces today, eager to get involved in our local green initiative. Let me start by giving you a brief history of the garden. We officially opened our gates 6 years ago, but the project itself began 7 years ago when a group of local residents petitioned the city council for use of this abandoned plot of land. It took a whole year of clearing debris and testing the soil before we could actually plant our first seeds. Our main objective from the beginning has been to promote sustainable living within our community. While we do donate a significant portion of our produce to the local food bank, and we love the social aspect of bringing neighbors together, our primary focus is education. We want to teach people how to grow their own organic vegetables at home, reducing their carbon footprint. Now, let's talk about funding. Many people think we are fully funded by the local council, but their grant only covers our water bill. Instead, we rely heavily on our annual spring festival, where we sell plants and homemade preserves. This event brings in about 80% of our operating budget, with the rest coming from small private donations. We have 3 main zones in the garden. Zone A is the herb garden, which is designed to be accessible to everyone, including those with limited mobility. Zone B contains our vegetable patches, which are divided into individual family plots and communal areas. Lastly, Zone C is our orchard, where we have recently planted 15 apple and pear trees. For those of you starting today, you will be assigned to a team leader. It's crucial that you follow their safety instructions, especially when using sharp tools. We also have a strictly enforced policy regarding waste. All organic waste must be sorted into the compost bins. Absolutely no plastic or non-biodegradable material should ever end up there. Now, looking at the practical arrangements for your volunteer shifts. First, we have a storage shed where all the tools are kept. It's vital that you return every spade and rake to its designated hook at the end of the day. This prevents damage and ensures the next shift can find what they need. In terms of clothing, please make sure you are wearing boots. The soil can be extremely muddy, especially near the compost heaps, and sandals or light trainers are not safe. We also provide a range of gloves for you to use. They are located in the blue crate next to the entrance. Please select a pair that fits you well to prevent blisters. There is a break room available in the main pavilion where you can find fresh water. However, we ask that you bring your own snacks, as we do not supply food on regular working days. Finally, in the event of heavy rain, our volunteer sessions are not cancelled. Instead, we move indoors to the greenhouse. This structure is heated, and there is always plenty of potting and seedling preparation to keep us busy out of the wet weather. This is the end of part 2. You will hear a discussion between Dr. Claire Jenkins and 2 postgraduate students, Mark and Anna, who are planning a research project on urban wind patterns. You now have some time to look at questions 21 to 30.
Come in, Mark, Anna. Take a seat. I've had a look at your initial proposal for the Urban Wind Patterns Research Project, and it's a solid start. But we need to refine your methodology before you begin testing.
Thank you, Dr. Jenkins. We were a bit unsure about the scale of the physical model we need to build for the wind tunnel.
Yes, we initially thought a 1:50 scale model of the downtown area would be best, but now we're worried it might be too large for our university wind tunnel.
It would be. I suggest a 1:100 scale instead. That will easily fit and still allow you to measure the wind turbulence around the skyscrapers accurately.
That makes sense. We also need to decide how many sensors to place on the model buildings. Anna suggested 20, but we eventually compromised on 12.
Yes, we felt that focusing specifically on the street corners where the wind velocity is typically highest would give us the most relevant results, rather than just placing sensors everywhere and risking data overload.
12 is a manageable number. Now, what about your data collection period? How long do you plan to run each simulation?
We were thinking of running the wind tunnel for 30 minutes per test.
Actually, 10 minutes is more than enough to gather stable data. Any longer and you risk overheating the wind tunnel sensors, which could skew your results.
Oh, I'm glad we asked. We'll change the simulation time to 10 minutes.
We also planned the layout. We decided to focus entirely on the street corners surrounding the central plaza, as those create a wind tunnel effect.
Excellent. And remember, before you can actually begin constructing the physical model in the lab, you must submit a safety risk assessment to the lab manager. It's a standard university requirement for all wind tunnel experiments.
Yes, we have that form ready to fill out today.
Good. Now, let's look at your division of labor for the next stage. You've outlined several tasks: building the physical model, coding the analysis software, writing the literature review, delivering the presentation, and writing the final report. How do you plan to share these responsibilities?
Well, Anna is much better at hands-on construction, so she has agreed to take sole responsibility for building the physical model.
Yes, I enjoy crafting models, and Mark is going to handle the software coding because he has a background in Python programming.
Yes, I'm happy to write the data analysis code on my own.
Excellent. What about the literature review? That's a massive undertaking.
We decided it would be best if we both worked on that together, dividing the reading list equally so we can cover more academic papers.
Yes, we'll write the literature review as a joint effort.
That's a wise decision. And the oral presentation?
Mark is quite nervous about public speaking, so I offered to deliver the presentation myself.
I was really relieved about that, but what about the final written report?
For the actual report, university regulations require that both of you contribute equally to the writing. You cannot split that task up completely. It must be a joint submission where you both review and edit each other's sections.
Understood. We will make sure the report is written together. This is the end of part 3. You will hear a lecture by Professor Robert Vance on the history and technological development of deep-sea submersibles. You now have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will explore the fascinating history of deep-sea exploration, focusing on the technological advancements that allowed humans to venture into the deepest parts of our oceans. For centuries, the deep ocean remained a complete mystery. It wasn't until the early 20th century that scientists began developing vessels capable of withstanding the immense pressure of the abyss. The first major breakthrough came in 1930 with the invention of the bathysphere. Designed by William Beebe and Otis Barton, this was a hollow steel sphere that was lowered into the ocean using a steel cable. While the bathysphere allowed humans to observe deep-sea life for the first time, it had a major limitation. It had no propulsion and could only move up and down. This prompted the development of the bathyscaphe in the late 1940s by Auguste Piccard. Unlike its predecessor, the bathyscaphe was a self-propelled vessel. It used a large float filled with gasoline, which provided buoyancy because gasoline is lighter than water. In 1960, a bathyscaphe named the Trieste made history by reaching the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest known point on Earth, located nearly 11 kilometers below the surface. The descent took nearly 5 hours, and the crew spent only 20 minutes on the ocean floor, but it proved that humans could survive at the extreme depths of the ocean. Despite this success, the sheer cost and physical danger of manned deep-sea exploration led to a shift in focus during the late 20th century. Marine researchers began developing remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs. These are unmanned robots connected to a surface ship by a tether, which carries power and control signals. ROVs revolutionized marine biology. Equipped with high-definition cameras and robotic arms, they allowed scientists on the surface to collect samples of rare organisms and geological specimens without putting human lives at risk. One of the most famous ROVs, Jason, was instrumental in exploring hydrothermal vents and hydrothermal ecosystems in the Pacific Ocean. Today, we are in the midst of a new era dominated by autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUVs. Unlike ROVs, AUVs do not require a tether to a surface ship. Instead, they are pre-programmed with a specific mission path and can operate independently for days or even weeks at a time. Modern AUVs are equipped with advanced sonar systems that can map the seabed with incredible precision. They are also used to monitor ocean temperatures and salinity levels, providing crucial data for climate change research. However, deep-sea technology still faces significant challenges. The primary obstacle remains the battery life. Because AUVs carry their own power source, their range is strictly limited by how long their batteries can last in extremely cold temperatures. Researchers are currently investigating new chemical compositions to improve energy storage. Another challenge is communication. Radio waves do not travel well through water, so submersibles must rely on acoustic signals, which are slow and can be disrupted by thermoclines, layers of water with rapid temperature changes. In conclusion, from the simple steel sphere of the bathysphere to the highly advanced autonomous drones of today, deep-sea exploration technology has come a long way, yet the ocean floor remains less mapped than the surface of the moon.
This is the end of part 4.